All right, let's talk about the AI revolution. And no, I don't just mean chatbots. We're talking about a fundamental, deep-down shift that is already remaking everything from agriculture to medicine and even the very materials we use to build our world. It's this huge wave of innovation, and believe me, it's hitting pretty much every industry on the planet.
But with all this buzz, it's kind of easy to lose track of what's real. We hear about AI all the time, but what is it actually building? What does this revolution really look like on the ground? In our labs? In our cities? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into.
Okay, so before we can really explore what AI is building, we've got to look under the hood. We need to understand the engine that's driving this whole thing. What's the fundamental spark behind this massive transformation?
Well, it all boils down to this thing called accelerated computing. Think of it like this. A normal computer processor, it kind of works on one problem at a time, right? Like a person just checking items off a list. But accelerated computing, it uses super powerful hardware, like the graphics cards you'd find in a high-end gaming PC, to tackle millions of problems all at the same time. It's this incredible parallel processing power, really unlocked by platforms like NVIDIA's CUDA, that gives modern AI its mind-boggling speed and capability.
So, this immense computing power, that's the pebble being dropped into the pond, and now we're going to follow the ripples as they spread out and completely change everything they touch. So let's start with that first ripple, how AI is remaking the actual physical world all around us. From the food we eat to the very stuff we build our lives with.
Take agriculture, for instance. AI is kicking off a whole new era of what they call precision farming. We're talking about sensors that can predict crop yields with just stunning accuracy. But it's not just for plants. Get this, they're using facial recognition for cattle. Yeah, it can identify individual cows and even predict diseases before they spread. AI is literally optimizing the entire journey, from the farm all the way to your table.
And this really shows you the sheer scale of AI's impact. It's not just making old processes better. It's discovering entirely new possibilities. AI has helped researchers pinpoint millions of new materials, the kinds of things that could lead to next-gen batteries or even new ways to capture carbon right out of the atmosphere.
So how does this all happen so incredibly fast? Well, it's a really powerful feedback loop. An AI will design an experiment, then an autonomous robot, like this one called RoboChem, actually carries it out. Then the AI instantly analyzes the results to design the next experiment. It just keeps getting smarter with every single cycle, cutting discovery timelines from, years of human trial and error down to just a matter of days. This is a huge shift, moving from human-led discovery to AI-led discovery.
So from the external world, our second ripple moves inward to one of the most personal and critical areas of all our lives, human health. For decades, drug discovery has been this incredibly slow, ridiculously expensive process of trial and error. Just stumbling in the dark, really. But look at the difference AI is making. Instead of just hoping to find something, AI can rapidly design and identify promising drug candidates, targeting diseases with real precision right from the get-go. And listen, this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. It's happening now. AI-designed drugs are already in clinical trials with actual human patients. A process that once took years is now being squeezed into months. This is just a monumental shift in how we create medicines.
And the revolution in health doesn't just stop with drugs. AI is also supercharging cutting-edge fields like gene therapy. By pairing AI with CRISPR technology, scientists can design gene editing tools that are way faster and more accurate, potentially opening the door to cures for diseases we once thought were completely untreatable.
Okay, now for our third and final ripple, and this one's a biggie. We're talking about how AI is rewiring the very fabric of our society. All those abstract systems we rely on every single day.
You can see just how broad this is. In finance, it's building these incredibly sophisticated defenses against fraud. In our cities, it's powering platforms that can manage everything from traffic to public utilities. And in education, it's creating personalized learning paths for individual students. In so many ways, AI is becoming the new operational backbone of our society.
And if we zoom in on public services, the applications are pretty profound. AI is being used in predictive policing and for border surveillance. Militaries are developing AI-enhanced command systems. And it's even doing the really unglamorous but essential work of modernizing ancient government IT systems, translating old clunky code for the modern age.
But, and you knew there had to be a but coming, all of this progress doesn't come for free. Every revolution has its cost, and for AI, that cost is starting to become alarmingly clear.
165%.
That is the projected increase in power demand from AI data centers by the year 2030. Training and running these enormous models takes a truly astonishing amount of energy.
And to put that number into perspective, check this out. That projected increase in energy use, it's comparable to adding the entire energy consumption of a small nation to our power grids. That kind of surge is a massive, massive challenge for our existing energy infrastructure.
But here's the fascinating twist in the story. AI might also be the key to solving the very problem it's creating. The same intelligence is being used to design hyper-efficient cooling systems and to optimize every last drop of energy use within these data centers, essentially fighting its own massive appetite for power.
Which leaves us with a really critical question, doesn't it? AI is, without a doubt, building our future. But as we race to construct this new world, we have to stop and ask ourselves, can we afford the bill? That's something we're all going to have to figure out together. Thanks for tuning in.